Tuesday. It's April Fool's.
Not right now, but it's about to be.
No, yeah, we're the night
You're already
before.
joking on me.
I don't like April Fools.
Bro, it's the weirdest day of the year.
It's the dumbest day of the year.
No, but like, you cannot take a single step in that day without thinking, is everything for real today or is it not? Like,
Trust
even
no
if
one.
it's for real. Yeah, you can't. It's World War
I
Z
always
up
thought
here.
of like the corporate responsibility of April Fools. like the fact that you can't announce anything because someone's gonna be like, it's not true.
It's HR problem to the max.
It's it's a shit show.
Not only that, thinking about how Minecraft movie releases 3 days like after that, it might as well have been.
The Minecraft movie is a fucking April Fool's joke. I don't know who plays Minecraft anymore.
A lot of people.
I know, I'm just joking. The Minecraft movie comes out this Friday, and we thought there'd be no better way to do it than to talk about the movie that kind of paved the way for movies like a Minecraft movie to exist, movies like a Zelda movie to exist, and that really launched back in 2023, March or April.
Well, you gotta go before even. You gotta go with Sonic.
Well, you talk about that. Oh, okay. Well, you want to give it to Sonic, but I'm like, but those Sonic movies are like.
I'm not saying they're good. They started it off.
Okay, look. We're here to talk about Super Mario, right? So the way I see it, think historically. I'll fight with anybody over this. Mario is 10 times more iconic than Sonic.
Bro, there's a reason Sonic only appears at the fucking Olympics.
With Mario, games. That is. Yeah, that's true. If not, he's got his own game with the Sega. But it's really mostly Mario like dominated the face of most iconic game of all time. Hands down, right?
Happy Wheels up there too.
Happy Wheels. But no, I'd say Mario most iconic game of all time. And like we are in the current day and age of cinema, good idea equals fun game equals instant movie equals potential bag to secure for a studio. And so like this is what we got. Super Mario Brothers movie, if we look at the statistics, the statistics of it all, I think it grosses $1.3 billion when it comes out in 2023. And ironically, it's like the third or fourth highest of that year behind Barbie, Oppenheimer, and
third.
Probably it could be third. Yeah, I think,
third.
Yeah, third. Yeah, okay. And essentially, it is exactly what you think it is. If you haven't seen Super Mario Brothers movie before, you probably don't care for it because literally everybody I know has seen this movie.
For the record, I watched it for the first time yesterday.
Well, everybody I know has now seen this movie. It's the classic story. Mario and Luigi are plumbers from Brooklyn, which I don't know if they're from Brooklyn in the game, but they're plumbers.
Not really, but I liked how they tied it in.
They
gave it purpose.
They gave it the Italian American, and essentially their job is to defeat Bowser, save Peach. And this story kind of. This movie is like, if we're being for real, it's designed for children. Like it's made for the family. It's made for the family, I should say. I remember going to see it Good Friday weekend in 2023, the weekend it came out, and I went with my brother. At the time, he was 4 or 5 years old, in that age, and we sat there and watched the movie. And he loved it, and I loved it too. I thought the movie was absolutely like front to back, just a blast. No stop, all gas, no brakes, no nonsense. There's a suicidal star. She's the star of the movie. She really is. And then it's just like you ride that wave for 90 some odd minutes. And I think
90 flat.
Yeah, okay, so 90 flat. And then you get a movie that works for everybody to me. Like anybody who's willing to just kind of buy into what it is, they have a great time with it. And then what I think is even cooler with that is it makes a lot of money and it opens the doors for studios to make more video game adaptations and stuff like that. Because if we're being honest, I remember flashing back to maybe 2020 or 2021 when this movie gets announced. Me, and a ton of other people are extremely reluctant for a Mario Brothers movie, thinking, oh shoot, they're gonna try another video game adaptation. For sure, they're gonna screw it up.
Especially if you consider the first time around when they tried to make that movie. Have you ever seen it?
No, I'm not watching that movie from the 90s.
I have seen it when I was a kid because like my father found it, and oh my god, it's like nightmare fuel.
It's bad.
It's bad. It's just
I've always heard of it being bad, but I've never realized.
No,
it
it's
was
the
like
it's the aesthetic. I've never seen a movie so greasy.
Brooklyn Plumbers. It's greasy.
It is.
You know, like the way I see it is just the video game adaptations has fallen flat on their face time after time after time after time, and I think where they go wrong most of the time, and this is highlighted in that '90s version of Mario and Luigi, the Mario Brothers movie, when the fans of the game don't even respect what you put out for them. Like, you know, you messed up, right? Like you gotta know that you messed up, because it's like you can do a lot of things. You can try to craft a neat story with these characters and make the smartest movie, but at the end of the day, people just want to see what they came for, which is they want to see their favorite characters do cool things in the world that they know and love, and that above all is what I think this movie nails. Like, they nail every single reference. Call it a bunch of fan service slop, if you will, but I care none. I don't care. They nail everything, and they
which reference did you get? Which one was your favorite?
No. Well, I said the movie's filled by my favorite work that they do in the movie. My favorite work that they do in the movie is every time they utilize the camera as a platformer, and this happens within the first 15 minutes, and it happens with Donkey Kong as they leave his little town there where they're going up every time that they angle the frame to look like it's a platformer. It's a pretty obvious reference, but it's a very cool one in my opinion. Yeah, that was definitely my favorite part of the movie, when every time the camera gets used as a platformer, things kind of jump around, and you kind of get that feeling like, I don't know, there's something very satisfying about that.
This is what this looks like is supposed to do, and it like being executed in front of you in such a good way, like in very high quality and with intent, is it's very, very like cool to see, and not even it's more than cool. It's like it's accomplishing it.
Yes, that's a great way to say it too. It feels like first of all, the movie looks beautiful.
Oh yeah, it's gorgeous.
Super colorful. Like, I couldn't get over how colorful it was. And I'm like, this is and they nail that modern Mario look. Like, the way that he looks now in the games, they nail it. It's perfect reproduction. And
the amount of detail too is crazy. Like, because like lighting was the first thing that jumped out at me. I was like, damn, this is very well lit, actually. Yeah, but I'm lit.
It's lit.
Yeah, but like it's the sharpness in the details that is crazy to me. Like, they went above and beyond, because when you play a video game, and I'm gonna say this, you're gonna like see it right away. You look at like a picture perfect spot and you're like, this is beautiful. But as soon as you start moving, as soon as you get out of that cinematic, you see that the textures are not all there. You see that it's just like it's rough around the edges.
It's a situation where a cutscene is better than the gameplay.
Yeah,
it always is.
But now it's 1 hour and 30 of cutscene worthy animation, and even more than that. It's for that it's really cool.
And I love it, and I think that they do a great job of pacing this thing, because I know it. Like, I love the pacing of this 90-minute just bullet to the this guy can't believe it. I love it. No, I love it. I keep in mind it's designed for children. 90 minutes start to finish, a train ride. Like, it doesn't stop. It's a bullet train.
It's my biggest gripe about the movie.
You don't like it?
It put me off.
It moves too fast.
It's not that it moves too fast. It forgoes all sense of like meaningfulness for the sake of, I'm going to keep you entertained because I'm afraid that your 3-year-old brain is not going to be able to comprehend more than one word out of your sentence. So that pissed me off greatly.
You're saying too fast.
It's way too fast. There's not been a single line of dialogue that wasn't rushed in this entire movie.
No, there's one there's the line. The only line that really ties the whole thing together is Mario and Luigi, like when they're together at the beginning, and they're like, "We're gonna be all right as long as we're together." They keep telling each other that.
Great infomercial, by the way.
I know.
I love that infomercial.
I'm just saying that's the line that just ties the whole movie like together. I always like the way I feel about it is just. To me, the movie works. To me, the movie works in the sense that it's perfectly digestible. Like that's how I feel about it. I don't feel like taking their time makes this movie better because to me, Mario, the game itself, when you play it, you do your level. If you succeed, you move on. If you don't, you restart. There's no time being taken. Like you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
but do you? It's rare that we ask ourselves this kind of question because it rarely happens. But what would you? I have my answer there, but what would you qualify as a movie that is too digestible?
Well, to me, it's like, because I like, are you trying to say? I'm not trying to think of what you're trying to say, but I think if you're talking about a movie that's too digestible, you're thinking of something that is, like dumbed down to the, like to the highest extent. Dumbed down constantly. Like lines are very simple. We need a chair. I got a chair. Like you know, like things like very convenient. A ton of plot armor. Like you know what I mean? Like
what I see in a movie that is too digestible is it's gonna sound harsh, but it's a movie that is not worth watching because the food is already ate for you.
I don't know. I think that.
To this extent,
here's my only like retort to that is, I think that happens worse in the situation where a movie is pretending to be something that is complicated or elevated or complex, and you realize while you're watching it this is actually just kind of slop. Then a movie that is like, look, we're a 90-minute cartoon about Mario and Luigi. Bowser singing a song called Peaches. Take it or leave it. Like that's how I feel. Like I don't feel any harsh feelings towards this movie because I'm like, this is 90 minutes. You put it on. You see great characters do like great things, and then it's over. Like you know what I mean? Like,
but what this movie offers is the like strongest foundation to build off of. And to me, they wasted the opportunity that they needed to really franchise this movie even more in the lack of.
They'll franchise it.
I know they will.
They'll franchise.
But there's a difference between franchising something because you can, and franchising something because you should.
Fair enough. Fair
they
enough.
did not set themselves up for that.
So you think how many movies based off this one? How many more can they crank out with this current storyline?
They can. There's one for sure, but again, they could go on for like each character. But all I want from them is a Luigi Mansion's fucking movie. That's all I fucking want.
The sequel.
It's my Letterboxd review. It's if the second movie is not a Luigi Mansion spin-off, I'm burning the entire Mushroom Kingdom down. Like, I am dead ass Canadian pyromaniac.
I don't know. I watched. So the first time I watched this was in a theater, and I came in with extremely low expectations because I expected a movie that was going to be bad. Not bad in the sense of it's boring or stupid. Bad in the sense that it's poor writing, lazy execution. They don't do the characters justice. They don't do the world of Mario justice. It's going to be lazy. It's clearly just out here for money. One of those things ended up being true. It was clearly just out here for money. But I believe, and I firmly believe this, the animation department does the world of Mario justice.
Yes.
The storytellers do Mario as a character and Luigi as a character justice. They do Donkey Kong more justice than he's ever had. Bowser's a little ridiculous, but he's in there. To me, they just do a good job at doing everybody justice. Nobody at Nintendo can sit here and go, well, they botched this. Like, they didn't really botch anything. They made a movie like that is supposed to be exactly what it is. Like I don't know. I wouldn't change it out of fear that changing it, you lose some of the plot. Yeah, you lose the charm.
Okay, they will buy me if they will buy me off, and I'm gonna give it 5 out of 5 if they do the Luigi Mansions. Do you know like what the game is? Just like for like my sake.
Okay, you lay it on me.
Okay,
Luigi. So you're
best
pitching
scenario
the
of all time. Yeah,
hang on a second. I want to set it up. You're pitching the sequel to the Super Mario Brothers movie to Illumination. Here we go.
Bro, they already know the game first and foremost. Luigi Mansion. How do you know it's a horror game?
No, I didn't know that.
Okay, it's for kids, of course. But like, let me set up this. You see Luigi as this like super scaredy cat, afraid of everything, kind of like lunatic in a way, kind of character.
Okay.
Imagine this, okay? He receives a letter going that he just won in a lottery a huge manor, okay? A gigantic one. And as he's walking towards that manor, because he called Mario earlier, saying, hey, go, I just won something. Let's go and see it. He arrives. It's all abandoned in the middle of like a dead forest. And when he walks in, he realizes that Mario is lost in that manor and there's ghosts everywhere. And he has to find Mario inside that manor with the help of a crazy
Luigi
scientist.
has to rescue Mario.
Yeah, afraid like from ghosts. So like he has a special vacuum that like a scientist on the site gave him. He's like, in the game you have to like
so
capture
he's essentially
100 ghosts,
Ghostbusters,
basically. But like imagine this, just him being so scared to shit that he can't do anything, but he has to find Mario and he's alone in this. They do a Luigi Mansion.
I like it
for it because it's gonna be a good character arc. It's going to be a funny story because he's going to be scared for no reason, and it's always funny. And the atmosphere is going to be there because you saw him in like the dead forest in Mario, like that.
Yeah, they play with it a little bit where he's very scared. Like,
yeah, but that is
the idea of Luigi scaredy cat.
But that is the game basically. So like I just want that. If they do this, automatic 5 stars right away. I don't care. And I forgot the name of the actor, but the voice actor for Luigi was my standout.
Charlie Day.
Charlie
Day is so good.
You made my day when I saw you in that movie.
He's fantastic in pretty much everything he does. I love Charlie Day. We didn't even talk about the cast because the voice actor. This list is crazy stacked. The most noticeable one by far, Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. He even laughs like him. Like he couldn't even do an accent. It's essentially Chris Pratt's playing Mario, Anya Taylor-Joy is Peach, Jack Black is Bowser, Keegan-Michael Key is Toad, Fred Armisen is Cranky Kong, and then we had Charlie Day's Luigi and Seth Rogen's Donkey Kong to go along with it. You already said Charlie Day's your standout as Luigi.
I say this. I've never heard Jack Black perform at the level that he just had. He was unrecognizable, but recognizable at the same time.
Yes.
He surprised me in the best way possible.
The maker of this movie is Jack Black. Charlie Day is good. He's fantastic. And the rest of them are also fantastic. Keegan-Michael Key playing Toad is the most high-pitched thing I've ever heard. He's really good.
He's going to be, again, you don't have Mario lore to the extent that I do, but he's going to become Captain Toad, and that is a potential movie right there.
The Super Mario Cinematic Universe.
Yes. There's a Captain Toad in there. He just has like an orange like shroom hat.
Fire. No, I'm down. I want to see it. But to me, Jack Black has become the face of the video game adaptation, kind of following up Super Mario with Minecraft, which I wouldn't be surprised if Minecraft makes $1 billion as well.
It will.
To me, Jack Black in this movie, he's okay. So Jack Black has that uncanny ability to, like, he's like a showman in all accounts. So he can like do that singing. He can do his voice acting, his screaming and his whispering, his voice. He's very flexible with what he can do vocally. And first of all, he made Peaches, which is like that was an entire. Literally, was it really?
I don't know.
No joke, it might have been
the Justin Bieber.
It was a Golden Globe nominated.
Oh,
song.
there you go.
Yeah, original song Peaches was the Golden Globe nomination. But
so
like
good.
that song was completely improvised with the directors of the movie. It hit the Billboard charts to give you an idea of how far it went. It became a TikTok movement and everything. It even got a Lyrical Lemonade video directed by Cole Bennett. Like the song went further than Jack Black probably ever thought it would. And like I'm so happy it's in the movie. It's a weird part of the movie. Like it just starts. He's just mid song all of a sudden.
The entire movie is made off of those weird parts. You know what I'm saying?
It's an assembly of scenes.
Yeah.
It's very much an assembly of cool scenes.
Mm-hmm. Which is honestly,
I don't see it as a bad thing.
How you should go about making a video game movie. And I'm kind of retracting what I said earlier, but I'm still thinking heavily that this movie was too fast. I had a big problem with pacing. But a big pitfall of video game movie is they don't realize that at the end of the day it's a video game adaptation, and as soon as you try to bring in too much narrative that doesn't fit with the tone of the game, you're kind of losing the plot there. Like if you're making a like Metal Gear Solid movie,
that's a different story.
You can throw in as much narrative as you want.
They're even coming out with Zelda 2026, right? I'm expecting, and I don't know Zelda like you do. And we can get into Zelda maybe a little bit later, but just trying to pull up the contrast of there's a layered plot to some of these things that Super Mario doesn't need to have.
But there's
the plot of Super Mario to me just doesn't need more than what it has.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just works the way
that is
it works.
Exactly what the plot of Super Mario gave me hope for, though. Because being it's gonna sound super cringe, but being
you're saying the sandbox.
The sandbox. The being yourself is enough. Being just what you have to be, nothing more, nothing less, and you're gonna be able to deliver because you're already like halfway through with your concept and your legacy there. You're like, you see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The only thing you need to do is to find a way to bring Mario, or in this case, any video game character, from point A to point B in the way that they would in the game. And you're going to satisfy everyone.
Which they do.
Mm-hmm. They do. And
which they really do.
And this is why this movie, as much as I can have my gripes about, it works. It works brilliantly at that.
Yeah, it really works. Yeah.
But it's just... it's a unique game in the sense that, like, I don't see a lot of other games that can follow the same, like, path that this game has.
No, like a lot of these... Like, Minecraft kind of has that niche where, like, so that's something I'm fearful for when it comes to the Minecraft movie that's coming out like up in this week. The Minecraft movie is pure sandbox. Mario and Luigi is very flexible, but it has like a linear storyline. He's trying to do this. Mm-hmm. Minecraft, the user is trying to do whatever the user wants to do, unless you follow the beats of the survival game, which is, you know, the end goal for most players is trying to slay the Ender Dragon, right?
Which is what I thought at first they were going to do.
I haven't had that feeling when I watched the trailers, though.
No, but it looks as if they like released the world into our world. You know what I'm saying?
I like that's like
Jumanji. There's the scene with the
though. I don't know.
Yeah, it is Jumanji.
I'm a little like I'm reluctant to dive into this movie with as much like. I was reluctant to dive into Super Mario, but then I kind of got enthusiastic with it because I was like, this is actually super fun. There's some things I want to touch on in the Super Mario movie before completely transferring to the other world of video game, but I think that's something that benefits, like you said, Super Mario benefits the idea that there's a linear storyline with a lot of wiggle room. Whereas games that have sandboxes like a Minecraft, well, then it's up to filmmakers to really nail a story down pat, which is not what any of these other movies have to do.
But there's
like not what Super Mario had to do.
But there's a hidden line in Minecraft that is like lying in the... There's a progression that you can follow. There's like an instinctual progression from like you're building a house out of the dirt that you're fully suited in diamond. This is a story that can be told, especially if you're going from the perspective of there's Steve, Jack Black, that's been there forever, and the kids are trying to like figure it out and go back to the world. There's a world where this movie I just like talked about works and is actually okay. I'm
it's
not
all
sure
TBD.
it's the movie we're getting.
It's all TBD. I have no clue.
The trailer kind of hints at something else.
I don't know. They premiered last night in the UK, and I am not really trying to find any reaction for it. I don't have much. Like the embargo is not lifted for like Rotten Tomatoes or anything like that yet. So,
and the hate
but
train
the
is
embargo,
crazy.
the hate train is always crazy for these things. But to me,
Yeah.
it's a crucial move that they decide to not lift any review embargo until the day of release. Because it's like, it keep hype as long as you can. Hold on to the idea that people want to see this. Because reviews, people are already reluctant to go to the theaters, and reviews just absolutely kill it now.
But aren't kids' movie like the exception to the norm when it comes to that kind of thing?
They are in terms of box office. But in order to be taken somewhat seriously, which most studios don't really care about anyway, because they're going to secure a massive bag.
Yeah.
But
and it's not like this movie.
It's like a tricky situation.
Bro, it's been 10 years in the making of some shit. I don't remember the exact number, but the amount of time it's been pushed.
This movie, a Minecraft movie, is in to secure a ton of money worldwide. Like, think of all the people around the world who play Minecraft. Or who have played Minecraft. Like, I don't know. It's the same. It's that same age. It's the same amount of people who've played Mario Brothers.
But the only thing with Mario,
I was gonna. Yeah. Okay. I want. The only thing I wanted to say is the difference between Mario is that Mario's transcended generations. So, like, my dad, who's over the age of 50, looked forward to come see Mario because he remembered playing it too. So that's the difference, where Minecraft doesn't have that. Like, when I told my dad a Minecraft movie's coming out, he told me, "What the fuck is a Minecraft?" Like, he knows what it is, but he's like, I don't, like, who cares? Mm-hmm. But Mario is different, right? Like, like most people that are, we think of our age range, the parents don't know Minecraft. Like, and that's only normal.
But they know it from their kids. But again, that is,
well, to me, it's going to be up to the kids. Like, if Minecraft movie is going to be successful, it's going to be up to the kids. Mm-hmm. The kids are going to have to come out and watch it. Yeah, but
the thing is too with Minecraft is that it's a story in a game that is based on you, and it's the you factor that makes the game what it is. It's not Mario.
Well, it's very hard.
It's not, but it's to the point where, like, yes, you can bring a narrative like around Steve, but I don't know. It's just, it doesn't fit the vibe. And
I don't.
The aesthetic is
again, we're saying this before seeing it. We're saying it before seeing it. We're gonna have to watch it, and then really, if we find it warranted a discussion, we'll come back and share.
I don't understand the furry aesthetic though. Like,
I don't know about all that texture stuff either.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know about everything being like textury. I don't know. I don't know. But I kind of want to circle back to Mario here, because what Mario does well, in my opinion, the Super Mario Bros. Movie, and this is my favorite part about the movie, after the platform look, is they take Mario from world to world. Like, they kind of do a good job at touching on many different aspects of the universe in a way. Between the Magic Kingdom, and then you have the Donkey Kong Land. Luigi's out with the I don't know the names. You got to help me. Luigi's out with the ghouls.
I watched it yesterday and I forgot.
No, but like he's out. I don't remember the titles of the places, but Luigi's out there in the graveyard.
Another thing that they went kind of glossed over. It's not. It is real places, but it's not real places.
Like, they didn't name them. Like they did.
The Wreck-It Ralph movie did a better job at exploring worlds in video game setting than this movie did.
Fair, but the Wreck-It Ralph movie is about that, whereas Mario was kind of just trying to get through itself type of way. Mm-hmm. I think Wreck-It Ralph 2 benefits from, like, this is Candyland, this is this land, and that's cool. That's kind of the point of Wreck-It Ralph. Mario is kind of ending up in different places on account of the fact that he's on his linear mission,
but
type of thing.
There's the underwater world. There's the, like, spring world, the fall world, the beach world.
Don't worry, bro. Super Mario 2 coming.
Bro, I'm telling you, I don't want a Super Mario 2. I want a Luigi Mansions.
Super Mario Brothers movie 2. Luigi's Mansion.
There you go.
But they're gonna make more. To me, the way I see it in Super Mario, what I enjoyed is kind of that they didn't. First of all, not every character is thrown into this in the first 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. They kind of like it's like you go through it and you meet new people, and those new people add to the, the point of the story. I think that entire bit where he meets Donkey Kong, and they decide they're gonna fight. That's a nod to Super Smash with the platforms, and they fight on the platforms. I didn't know this. There's a cat suit.
Yep.
In Mario,
it's from the 3DS.
I didn't realize this, but I didn't know that was a thing. Mm-hmm. When I watched the movie the first time,
you knew there was a raccoon suit, though, right?
Yes, because the tail spins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that. But so look, I thought that I like the nods that this movie does by progressing. Super Smash Bros. Is a nod. Rainbow Road. Rainbow Road. Mm-hmm. Like, tell me that you were not watching this movie and you see them pull up in their carts and you're like when I was sitting there in the theater, I'm like, I want to hate. I want to find something. I can't. Like, I'm like, it's Rainbow Road.
No, I can hate if you want. It was pretty generic.
No. I don't want hate. I don't want hate. I don't want to hear the hate.
Okay. You don't want to hear hate? You know what my unsung hero of this movie was? Like the aspect of this movie that is the unsung hero.
Tell me.
Sound design. If there's one thing that Nintendo excels at that they never get enough credit for, is the way they craft bits of sounds. Little lullabies, little like beeps and boops. The way they just make their sounds, like it's incredible how they're able to capture like the magicness of their world in a non-gimmicky fashion that just fits in. Like some of the sounds that were
too.
Yeah, but like the ringtone that they had on their phone was the GameCube startup sound.
Yeah,
that made me
laugh. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There was the Switch sound when they click. It's just those small references were the best because they never impeded on the ability to tell the story, but they were still able to like make a nod to. Well, that's what I found the most crafty about this movie.
That's something I think the movie excels at in every facet, though. Mm-hmm. Like the way that their nods don't impede on the story. The nod to Super Smash doesn't impede on the story being told, and the Mario Kart nod especially doesn't impede on the story being told either, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. I think doing Rainbow Road, like, you said it earlier, is a tad generic. Like, yes, okay, you pick the most popular course.
It was more so the easiness and the lack of like. They just introduced it out of nowhere. That is the only thing.
They're like, we got to get from point A to point B. I guess we'll use our carts.
Yeah.
Like, so again, that's what I mentioned at the beginning of this pod, where I'm like, the movie does have a ton of armor. Like, it's plot armor. Like, because Mario, like I said, you have a linear story with a ton of wiggle room. So, we got to get from point A to point B. Don't let me get my Wild Wing. Like, like you bust out a cart. Like. Or a bike or whatever. Like, that's the benefits that the Mario world has, where you can just take from another place. That's why I don't necessarily knock it, because it's not going full Star Wars, introducing new powers to get out of a jam. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I didn't mean to diss Star Wars, but that force healing shit is nonsense. But like that like, to me, they just kind of, like, the Mario movie was like, okay, look, we're gonna get them from point A to point B. This is how we're going to do it. We know what we have. We're going to use what we have.
How did you find Peach's character as a whole?
Well, Peach is obviously like... Peach is what Rachel Zegler told the world Snow White would be.
You don't need more. That is a great way to put it. Because that is what
Peach is on her own shit. Mm-hmm. And the movie kind of captures the same point where Peach does not need to be rescued, but Peach needs help protecting the kingdom.
Which is a great modernization of the character.
Like what the fuck? What do you want more? That's perfect. Mm-hmm. And Peach is tough. She's a tough ass. She doesn't need Mario to save her. She needs Mario's help. Mm-hmm. Like that's but again, okay. Like
the pitfall of the rushness that I felt watching this movie felt the heaviest in her interaction with Mario and with the world in general. And I'm not blaming Anya Taylor-Joy for this, because I think she did an okay job for voice acting.
She's just fine. Like,
she's just fine.
There was no room to mess it up, and there's no
there was
room to do that much better. Like she's she's really solid at what she does.
Yeah, she's doing what she has to do, but it's just you needed more. Like you need a more meaningful conversation. You need more meaningful moments.
For
at
Peach.
least 2 for Peach, because there's this.
Well, Peach is far and beyond the most forgettable character in this movie.
Which is
like it might as well be Mario versus Bowser, because that's really what this movie's. That's really what people are here for. It's
because
kind
she's
like,
as much as
she's
she's like independent, she's only there in like at the end of the day as a jumping point to justify Mario being there.
Well, to justify Mario kind of stepping up.
Yeah.
Which is kind of, but it's also what the game is based off. The only reason Mario's stepping up is because he's trying to save the princess.
Fair. But again, with everything that they tried to do to modernize the story, I don't know. Give me an hour and 45 and give me 15 minutes of actual meaningful conversation, and this movie goes from a 4 to like a 5.
To me, you know, this is Illumination. At the end of the day, they made Despicable Me 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah, but Gru is great. He's a great character.
Gru is great, but Bowser is a great character too in this movie.
But there's a character development.
I'm going to say it. Bowser's the most layered character in this thing.
It is. He is.
Think of Bowser's character. Why he wants to do what he wants to do. Bowser is a heartbroken, sad sack of a fucking dinosaur that he is. Like, he's just miserable, and he wants the princess, and he can't get her, so he's settling for world domination instead.
We got the fire version of the Ice King from fucking Adventure Time.
Like, I love it. I just love the fact that Bowser is in here, like, just mad at the world, and he's like, if I get the star and I rule the kingdom, she won't ignore me.
It can't be because of me.
He's down horrendous. Like, Bowser's down so bad. He's the best. He's the best character in my opinion.
He's the best character because he's the only one who actually suffers. Fair
enough. To me, there's a sense of that kind of ignores the first like 10 minutes of this movie where they kind of try to. That's the most valiant effort they make on depth for Mario is in the first 10 minutes.
That is good job though. Like if we have to go back to the positive train, although it was kind of like, again, gimmicky, although it was kind of rushed, although they tried to do too much too fast.
Yeah.
Overall, it was the way to go. And I remember 10 minutes in, I was in the Mushroom Kingdom and I was like, that is what I wanted to see. Like I did not want more than 10 minutes.
Yeah, no, well it's like 15 minutes in and they're popping through the green tube.
I remember clicking, and I think it was like 10 to 12. Like it was very very fast.
It's very quick. But they kind of give that little Brooklyn. These guys are plumbers. They're trying to figure it out. They kind of, they left their job. They're tracing their dream of being a plumber, and what's going to happen, and then like his family is clearly against it. Yeah. And
they got a sick infomercial though.
They do.
It's
they
like
really do.
I watched that. I was like, I trust this movie from like now on. I still had my gripes. I saw that.
It was well they aware. Understood. They were self-aware. That's what I'll give the movie above all.
But the yellow cape, all the references that were just
they
great.
They do a good job.
Yeah,
they definitely do a better job than I feel like people give it credit for. Now, like when you look on like a Rotten Tomatoes, this movie is like 59%.
And again,
meaning like only 59% of people that like it. I think that I think that this is something, and I think you'd agree. The other 41 are being objective, and I'd say a tad strict. Even you here on this show, I'd say that you're being objective to a movie, watching a movie as if it was any other movie, and you're being a tad like regimented in the way you're watching it. You're like, this could benefit from more of this.
Answer? You want the tomato? No. You want the tomato score? I understand the 60. You want the popcorn score? It's a 95. Exactly as it is on the fucking site.
That's exactly what it should be.
Critically speaking, this
it's not perfect.
It has like unforgivable flaws in terms of what it attempts to do. It is not a normal.
It jumps the shark so much. It's
not a normal cinema experience.
fuck it. like, let's do something.
You want my army? No. Are you? Please. Okay. I'm like, what? What are you doing?
It's good. It's yeah. You want my army? No. Okay. Let me put on my cat suit and whoop your ass.
Yep. It's like,
but I see what you're saying, and I agree, because this. But again, this movie is not a movie. This movie falls, to me, it falls right under that. This is Spider-Man No Way Home. This is those MCU epics that will get no slack from me, because they deliver exactly what you want to see. This is Rocky beating his opponent in the 12th round. This is it's the Terminator saving Sarah Connor. Like it falls into that category of like shit. We know it's not good. Like, we know it's not great. But it's what we came for. Like, exactly. It's what we came for. We wanted to see Mario fight Bowser, save the princess, eat a star, eat a mushroom.
Bro,
he says he doesn't like mushrooms.
Best, like, unironically, I think it's the best summary of that movie. It is not the greatest, but it is what we came here for.
Yeah, we came here to watch this stuff. Because let's be real. We play our fair share of games. We used to play more like auteur games, but like we'd all sit here and agree when we were talking about the top 10 best video game experiences of all time. No one is saying Super Mario Brothers was top 10 experiences all time. But I'll be
as
damned.
a child.
Hang on a second. Let me just finish this point. No one's thinking top 10 video game experiences of all time, Super Mario Brothers. But think of the top 10 fun games that you play with people on your couch, that people just know about and play with you, and it's fun for everybody.
But that is what video games are too, and I think it even goes to the argument for Mario. It's even better than what you're picturing as, because if you go back to game having fun, like,
it's the point.
Quality is about how are you able to achieve your concept to the nth degree, and Mario is the epitome of that, and the movie is the epitome
100%.
of that as well.
100%.
Like, Mario as a video game, extremely simple, extremely easy to approach. Nothing groundbreaking in terms of how you tell a story or like how meaningful it is, but you won't get what you get from this game anywhere else.
It's so sick. I love it.
And the same goes for Minecraft too. Like,
if they do a good job.
And I see a world where, aesthetic aside, this movie delivers for a lot of people. Like, I see a world where this can happen. I want to believe. I can't say anything before I watch it.
Exactly. I'm in the boat of like, I'm afraid if I speak what I feel, and then it either happens or I'm eating crow after watching this and seeing like how either they succeed or they don't, and it's a tough challenge, and I wouldn't want to take it on.
Nope.
Like, if I was a filmmaker and they told me adapt Minecraft, I'd be like, how? Where do you want us to start? Like,
I don't want to be too optimistic, overestimate my abilities. But again, I see a world where there could be a sick ass adaptation, but they're too far gone. Their vision of how they should have done it to take it back.
Here's my only thing I want to say, Nick, before we just kind of settle the Minecraft topic. It's made by the same guy who made Napoleon Dynamite. Napoleon Dynamite's fun as hell. If he can make Minecraft a sliver as much fun and quirky as Napoleon Dynamite is, he has the entire sandbox to do it.
I think you have the quirk factor going on.
I'm wishing them nothing but the best. People work hard, they invest a ton of money and a lot of time into making a movie like this. And this marketing rollout has been insane. I saw Jack Black and Jason Momoa wearing their custom croquet sweaters. Did you see that? Jason Momoa, he croqueted sweaters for Jack Black and himself. Let me pull up maybe you can get the screen share. Jack Black and Jason Momoa. Anyway, the point is they're on a press run. They're doing everything they can to sell this movie to the highest degree that they can. And like I said, I'm rooting for them because why would I not? You know, like they can definitely do this as much as they can, and I'm rooting for them to pull it off because it's not an easy. Making a movie is no easy feat. We know this. We've seen, numerous. Okay, look, that's what they look like.
Drip.
Come on, tell me you don't want a sweater like that.
I don't, but straight drip.
Anyway, well, all I'm saying is like the effort that it goes into making a movie is unrivaled in terms of So I hope they succeed. It's just it's steep competition. I think any video game adaptation is steep competition. I was going to ask you actually, what do you think is a video game that you'd like to see come to life on screen? If you have to think, it could be anyone. Obviously,
bring up. Gave me a 5-minute head start.
Okay, well, give it 5 minute head start, and I'll bring up. I have one if you want to
Mm-hmm.
think.
Go ahead,
but keep thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, obviously, when we think of a video game,
I got my pick.
Oh, you already have a pick. Okay, so I'll let you go ahead. Go right ahead.
Okay, you have no clue what it is. The people who know are gonna kill me for this because there's nowhere they're gonna be able to adapt it properly. But Chrono Trigger would be
what
a hell of a movie.
Chrono.
It's a time-based game where there's the guy has to travel through 4 different versions of their world in order to save it.
Mm-hmm.
And so they assemble a team, Final Fantasy style, and they go through the adventure and trying to figure out a way to stop the end of the world. And they discover the ways that the world is being ended as they go through. It's one of the best JRPG of all time.
That actually sounds like it could be a kick-ass movie.
Mm-hmm. It is a kick-ass game. It's top 3 best game of all time.
That sounds very cool.
Mm-hmm.
I see your specific vision that you have towards it. I think there's some I'd say that's an unpopular choice just in terms of you think
it's not mass appeal
categorically
for sure. Yeah.
No, and I don't blame you for that. I just out of curiosity brought up what the highest selling video games are of all time. Minecraft does lead that list. GTA 5 is number 2, which is an unadaptable piece of content, in my opinion. They've nailed
GTA 5
that.
as a movie, you don't even need it. Just
no, because the game is the movie. And I feel the same way about Red Dead Redemption, which I have played bits and pieces of. People have encouraged a movie to be made, but I'm at that point, just play the game. One of the rare
instances that I would say a TV show would be amazing.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
What else could be
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna just say it.
Animal Crossing.
I don't have one. I don't have one. I'm looking at some of these games.
But I have another one if you want me to sub.
I'm thinking of some of these movies that are games that I'm you're just too cinematic to be a movie. You're already a movie.
What's your favorite game of all time?
My favorite game of all time is GTA 5. Story-wise, the way it plays, I enjoy that. NHL 20. Man,
Detroit Become Human you like, though.
I love Detroit Become Human. That could be a movie, but it would be more fitting as a series. Mm-hmm. And I also think, I'm thinking of a game.
I want the Stray.
I don't
movie.
know. It's very the what?
The Stray movie.
Yeah, Stray is good. The cat, yeah, absolutely, that would work.
My second pick would be.
That was a fun game.
I mentioned it earlier, and we can jump off of that if you want, and lead to the next topic. But Metal Gear Solid as a franchise would be a hell of a way to go about it. Revitalize the spy genre, and bring another guy in.
Absolutely,
it'd be really really cool to see.
It could be very cool.
Mm-hmm.
That could be peak. I think that you got to nail an actor who can do that role. Snake,
give me Keanu Reeves 10 years back. We were good to go.
Keanu Reeves has lent his talent to so many. He's the face of Cyberpunk 2077. So
wait, okay, keep blabbing. I have the guy in my mind. I just need to remember his name.
Oscar Isaac was teased for the role years ago to play Snake when they were talking about making a Metal Gear Solid movie. They spoke of Oscar Isaac in the role.
I want what's his name?
Nick is
The guy from
scrambling.
Craven the Hunter, and I can't. forgive
Aaron Taylor
myself.
Johnson
I want Aaron Taylor Johnson
to play. Aaron Taylor Johnson's a busy man in your book. He's Bond
He
and
is.
Snake.
He's everyone. You see, I wanted him to be a spy so bad,
Look,
but
look,
it
look,
needs
look.
it needs to be an American. Truth be told, like it needs to be like the
It's
most
tough.
huge guy ever.
I'd like to have an old guy play Snake,
hmm
like someone who's a little bit more brushed up,
But I
kind of
see a
that
world
Hugh Jackman Logan vibe.
Mhm. But that
Like-
is like kind
Like
of what I
put
was trying to
Brad
find.
Pitt with an eye patch and just throw him out there just to see how it goes down.
Bro, if
I don't know.
Hugh Jackman is working till he's 90, he could be Snake.
Hugh Jackman could be Snake. I don't
And
know.
it'll work.
It's cool.
It
It's
is.
cool.
But it's the kind of act like role that like any actor in Hollywood that is the proper build could play. It's just about being a good actor then, which is a good thing for us.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Mhm.
And Metal Gear Solid as a movie could be cool because that also has like kind of a wide variety of different levels and scenarios to pick from, where you could be
And-
inspired by different
And
things.
the best video game theme of all time.
the song.
Yeah, Snake Eater. Oh my lord.
There you go.
That's great.
There you go. Seeing it come to life. Who would you, if you could pick a kind of a tough question, if you could pick a director or a vibe to kind of line up with a current movie that exists to make a Metal Gear Solid movie, who would you pick?
So I'll just ask Kojima to fucking direct the movie. He's good enough.
Just make him do it himself.
Yeah, he's gonna do it. Bro,
There you
he's
go.
the one who made the Death Stranding shit.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Bro, he's in
That's
Project
also-
Callisto.
Like, see,
Like,
that's a game.
he's-
That's a game where I've seen people be like, they should make a movie. I'm like, I'm all for movies. The game is the
Mhm.
movie, but like that
he
is
was working
cinematic
on
as
Metal
hell.
Gear before. Like, I don't want to be quoted if I'm wrong, but if I remember correctly, he was the one who like started it and then went away
I
and
think
did his own thing.
No, I think Kojima did start Metal Gear.
Yeah, he's
Metal
like
Gear
the last one he worked on
Solid.
was the fifth one.
He created it. Yes,
But that's
he
my
did.
point. You don't need another guy. You got the guy.
Well, he's gonna direct it then.
Yeah, there you go.
2029.
Kojima at the helm. And Kojima I trust. The wildest Twitter
sick.
take of all time is from the man.
That'd be sick. It would be insane. Look, as for like the last topic of this show is very simple. I just wanted to know, essentially, kind of feeding off what we started with, which was talking about Super Mario Brothers movie. What do you think? If you had to tell somebody who came to Earth for the first time, and you want to show them a video game, and let's say you want to show them Super Mario Brothers? Out of all the titles of Super Mario that exist, and this is branching out to Smash and to Kart, what game are you telling them, play this? This is the ultimate Mario video game.
Easy choice. You'll have no clue what it is. You probably played it on the DS actually, but Super Mario 64.
Yeah, no, obvious. What the fuck do you think I am? A bum?
Bro, you're a
Super
bum.
Mario 64. What the hell? What
Bro,
the
it's
hell?
like, what the hell?
That's
Oh,
I know
It's-
Super Mario 64.
okay, good.
Let me pull it
That's
up.
the one
I'm
I would
gonna pull it
choose in a heartbeat.
That's the one you're giving out right away.
Yeah,
I like it. I respect the choice.
because it's the
1996.
it's the epitome of. It's funny because yesterday, because I've watched a Mario movie, I went back and like on YouTube watched some like essays on the genre, but more specifically the music because that's what I like. And I landed on this guy, VGK something. I'm sorry if I like do it wrong. He has like 4 videos.
I think I've
and they're-
seen this before.
Yeah, it's like video game music analysis, and he has the 30-minute
Okay.
thing on like Super Mario 64. He like dissected the nostalgia value of Mario Bros in like 30 minutes in a way that made me so happy.
Yes.
And this
It's
to me
insane.
justifies the pick of
So 64 is your pick.
yeah. Although I only
Fair
played
enough.
it on
I can't
the
even
DS.
knock it. I can't even knock it. I'm a simple guy. The game I played the most when I was a kid on the Nintendo Wii was the Super Mario Brothers platformer, like Super
I
Mario
have
Brothers
PTSD
Wii.
from this game, so I can't.
And that game fucking pissed me off so much because I would die a lot. But I think that is the most fun like Mario game I've played because it's just
the
like,
bubble
you
feature is
you
both.
roll with the punch.
You remember the bubble feature?
100%. I play with my girlfriend sometimes, and she bubbles before I even fucking die, and then she bubbles and I die, and then I'm pissed off.
It's the best gift, yet the best curse you could have ever given.
For the reason I just said, right?
It's agency given to a bunch of 6 to 7 year old. It's the last thing you want to do.
But
society will melt.
People panic bubble, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you, the world will burn to ashes if you give them the option to go in a bubble.
But
it's the best social experiment ever. You see people that are made to like be there and try their best, and people are just there for the ride, fucking bubble themselves.
And I hate panic bubblers, bro. Just because there's a mushroom doesn't mean you press A. Stop it.
Like, oh, I'm too far away. I'm gonna catch up. Press bubble. I'm like, yeah, what if I die?
Look, that pretty much takes us to the end of this episode. We hope you enjoyed listening, watching, viewing. If you enjoyed it, you could subscribe and share it, or follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. You can rate us 5 stars on there as well. We will be back next week at the same time in the same station with a brand new movie to talk about. We will see you. Until then, it's been great. See ya.
Bye-bye.